Hey guys, Chase with iDub Hockey, hanging out with Brian Molnar, Director of Engineering for True Hockey, here in Santa Barbara, California, checking out your new line of A-Series sticks. Before we start talking about tech and spec, can you maybe talk to us about what style of player this line is geared for, and maybe the different flex profiles it offers?
Well, the main difference this year is we've got two sticks in the A6.0. One is our traditional Smart Flex profile, which is kind of a mid-kick profile. It's that stick that's designed to do everything well, from wrist shots, one-timers, what have you. And then we've also are offering the HT, which is a low-kick profile. So that's for that guy that doesn't take a lot of slap shots, wants quick release, can load up the stick very easily.
And for the rest of the line, what flex profile are we going to see?
The rest of the profile in the 5.2, you have the Smart Flex profile. The rest of the line is constant flex profile.
Okay. Well, let's hop into the new BRT Plus technology that we see from top to bottom in this line. So maybe talk to us about what it is as a whole, and then how is it improved compared to what we've seen in the past.
Okay. Well, BRT Technology stands for Braided Rib Technology. So in a hockey blade, you've got rib structures inside the blade to add stiffness and durability and give longer life to the blade. Traditionally, all the materials are prepreg materials, which is like a sheet of paper with carbon fiber in it that forms the blade in many layers and then is cured all in one piece. The issue with creating those rib structures with prepreg is, as you bend that very thin material from front to back, between the front and the back face, you put the blade in the mold to cure it and compress it, those fibers tend to buckle. So what the braided rib material does, we put some foam inside of this braided tube. This braid can expand and contract during cure. Prevents those fibers from buckling, creates a lot of pressure inside of the braid and inside of the core of the blade, which gives you a very solid structure. It's also a little bit easier for our operators to manufacture it. So another change we made we had the braided rib technology in the 2016 stick. The difference with the BRT Plus technology that we're launching this year in 2018 is that braid now goes all the way into the heel. We've reconfigured the heel section quite a bit, moved the shaft laminates up so to make room for that braided rib so we can get it all the way up in the heel. That gives us a lot better heel durability. And so also with that reconfiguration of the heel section, we were able to drop some weight out of it and get some of the weight out of the blade to drop the swing weight. Being as the 6.0 was already a very lightweight stick, some players preferred the 5.2 because they felt the 6.0 was almost too light. We decided to add some of that material back into the shaft. We actually added about 10 to 15 grams of material into the shaft, which gave us much better impact strength in the shaft. And we wound up with a stick that has a very similar swing weight as the prior version, with improved durability in the heel of the blade, the shaft, across the board.
So if you were a previous 2016 A6.0 user, you pick one of these up, you really wouldn't feel a big difference because it has a similar swing weight, right?
Exactly. You put it on a scale, you might see 10, 15 grams difference, but the swing weight is exactly the same.
So it's going to play the same as far as just the overall playability, but you're getting a lot more durability through the shaft and as well as into the heel, right?
Exactly.
So you guys have always done a really good job of trickling down technologies throughout the line. Is BRT Plus the new one? Is that something that we find in all price points here?
You will find it in every price point. And one of the reasons we do that is for ease of manufacturing. We don't just design hockey sticks and supply specs to a manufacturer, we manufacture our own sticks. So we're engineering not only the stick, but the process. We run our own factory, so we understand that to be efficient in manufacturing, you don't want to have different manufacturing processes for every stick.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons we do it. It also gives you great value at every price point. You'll see some of the best specs on the market at each price point.
Right, like that 5.2 has a full 3K carbon twill.
Yep.
Still that elite level weight, I guess. You know,
Yes.
When you pick it up, still feels great, but it's coming in at a second price point. So just a ton of value there. But what about your A4.5? Some people called it a category killer through the years just because of how much value it offers. What do we see there?
4.5, you're going to see the same changes in the blade. We went with a very similar shaft design to as the previous version, but you're going to see a little bit lighter overall weight, but more importantly, a lighter overall swing weight. So that 4.5 stick is going to be about the same swing weight as a lot of the high-end sticks out there from some of the competition that are selling for twice the price.
And then let's talk about your 1.0 and 2.2. These are your opening two price points, but you guys made some serious improvements there too.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about that?
We've increased the carbon fiber content on the 1.0 and 2.2. Usually to get get your costs down in those lower price points, you have to go to cheaper materials like fiberglass, and you have to use a lot more to get the durability, which brings your weight up. So this year we added carbon fiber to those two shafts, which allowed us to bring the weight down. The 1.0 dropped to about 20 grams, down to around 515, 520 grams, and the 2.2 is now down to around 480, 485 grams.
So you're removing weight, but using more carbon fiber. How does that affect responsiveness and playability of the stick?
It's going to feel closer to a high-end stick. The carbon fiber tends to deaden the feel a little bit. It's not as stiff of a fiber, so it's the shaft will twist a little bit more typically. Blade might open up a little bit more, so you're going to get a closer feel to a higher-end stick like a 4.5.
Right on. Well, hey Brian, thanks for coming up here, filling us in on all this great info. And then for you guys at home that want to check out more of these True sticks, make sure you go to inlineicewarehouse.com.